adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Guilherme Miranda. That's
nice. Can you say that 10 times fast, your own name?
Yeah, Guilherme Miranda. Guilherme Miranda.
And tell the listeners what band you play in, bands.
Nowadays I play on Dieth. It's my main band, which I play guitar and sing and stuff and write the main songs and so on. We had a very good start. For you guys in the US, we started the band with David from Megadeth, David Ellefson. So it was very cool start that we had.
Really?
Yeah. So, and I play here in Wacken with Dark Embrace. There's another band I'm filling in for them.
Nice.
I played as the filling in guitarist in January for Destruction, which is a classic,
one of my favorite bands.
Oh yeah, man, it's a classic thrash metal band.
I'm a total thrash metalhead, so anything that is thrash or Teutonic thrash, I'm down with.
Oh hell yes, man! No, and I remember that when we played the gigs, man, with Destruction, it was like, 'cause I'm a huge fan, you know. So it was a big honor when they asked me to fill in for them. And I remember when we were playing the first song, we were opening with "Curse the Gods," which is an all-time classic.
Right.
And I played the whole song because when you enter on stage, you're in another mood. And in another mode as well. You're just professional, focused, and And in the middle of the song, when you see that everything is working, the monitors, the sound is good, the guitar is there, and then when we do that break, like 10 before the chorus, then I look to the audience, and everybody was looking at us. And I had to sing the backing vocals like "Curse the Gods,"
Nice.
So when I did the curse, and then the teenager in me appeared, like, "Oh man, this "Curse the Gods," I'm here,
Right? That's a trip.
One of the best times of my life, man.
That would be such a trip, right?
Yeah, a trip, man, a trip, because I got myself out of myself. Imagine you get a helicopter and you look everything from another perspective, and I was thinking, like, man, imagine my teenage self watching me saying "Curse."
Oh my God.
And then everybody singing that. It was beautiful, man, beautiful.
Oh, I love it.
What a time to be alive,
And no doubt about it. And a little bit of trivia. We were talking in the last interview about Possess. Do you know? Originally, people tried to call them thrash.
Yeah.
And they weren't really thrash. They were the original death metal back then. And, they were called the Slayer copycats. But I'm a huge Slayer fan. Okay? Huge.
Yeah.
Possessed and Slayer, to me, don't sound the same. I think Possessed is way heavier.
It's different.
And faster. And as you know, death metal is pretty technical, so you got to be a really, really good musician to play death metal. And a lot of people don't realize that. That's why I say it, because you take people that aren't into metal, they think it's just noise. But some of the greatest musicianship I ever heard is from death metal.
Man, I've seen a lot of people saying that playing death metal, it's like being a jazz musician.
Right.
Because it is technically, it requires you a lot of skills and stuff, and to write death metal songs is not that easy. It sounds easy because you can do like it sounds easy when you start, but then one thing that I always tell people is like, and I tell band members when I'm in bands, because they send a riff and they say like, "Hey man, I have a song," and I'm like, "No man, you don't have a song. You have this. You have a riff, or you have a part of a song, or you have a transition, or you have a bridge, but it doesn't mean it's a song."
Right.
Yeah. And to have a death metal song is not that easy as it sounds.
No, and the people that don't know, they think you're just making noise, and it's like you should listen. That's why I tell people, like, actually, you may not like it, but listen to it, because if you listen to the undertone, that's where you hear the musicianship, in my opinion. You know?
Yeah. And there's some stuff like, for example, the Altars of Madness from Morbid Angel. Dude, the harmonies they do on guitars there, it's something like I can't even describe that. It's spectacular.
Yeah.
And I think that's the finest of the things that you can do in music, you know?
So what started you as a musician?
Well, first of all, I never planned to be a musician. I don't know even, sometimes, although I do it professionally, I still, you know, when you do your formulas and stuff that you have to write what's your professional activity, I still have difficulties on writing musician. I write guitarist and stuff, but I never planned to be a musician. Actually, I've done the university, I graduated, and I've done some post-grad and stuff. In humanities, I studied history.
Nice.
And my life was pretty awesome back then. It still is, but you know, it was pretty awesome back then. I had a good job. I was teaching history in high school and in private schools in Brazil, which gives you very good money. It was a fair amount for my age back then. And I never planned to be a musician. I just thought like, okay, I'm gonna release an album, and then maybe we try to play this festival and this gig, and then we try to make a tour, and then we try to make the next tour, and then the thing just went off.
Just happened.
Rails. Yeah, it just happened, and it was never a plan. I was never the guy that planned like, okay, I'm going to study music and be the shredder, and I never planned that thing, man.
And so how do you think actually the college education helped you as a musician?
Helped on everything, man, because it's like you are more of an interesting person when you've been to college, because in college I've been around people from all over the world. I've been to congresses, I've talked to people from international congresses, places, professors and teachers, and I've read a lot of books, and I think that's what bring me to play in a lot of bands that I played with, not the guitar playing.
Yeah.
Because people liked that, you know, I'm very articulated, I know how to talk, I know how to, you know, position myself. And as far as I study history, when I go to places, I see the meaning of the whole thing, and I like to study and get the books, and you know, so it's pretty awesome. This fact that I don't come from a music background, and that helped me more than playing guitar, I think. And some guitarists that I know, I don't want to be a guy sounding without respect for them, but some people that I know that they're fantastic, perfect guitarists. If you take the guitar out of the guy, man, he can't articulate two phrases together, and it's not my case, you know. So I can talk to people, I understand things and stuff, and I think that being a public university in Brazil, which is the highest thing you can reach, studying there was very good for me, you know.
I love that, and you know why? Because I would tell my kids when it came to college, like, going to college is not about getting the degree, it's about becoming a well-rounded person that can assimilate in any environment.
It's about the experience, man. It's about the experience, you know. And then man, my college shaped me, and I had a band when I was in college. And you know, have you ever? Of course you did, but you know the series Friends.
Yeah.
Comic-Con, yeah. I always dreamt about going like Chandler and Ross when they come to the chicks and they say like, hey, I'm in college and I play in a band. And when I was in college and I played in a band and my band was like big in my hometown, I was getting to the chicks like, I'm in college and I play in a band.
Right? Well,
It's almost folklore, you know. It was beautiful, you know.
well, that's like Dexter from The Offspring. He paused the band so he could go to, it was either Harvard or Yale, and then resumed.
Yeah.
Like, get the education.
Yeah, and it's like something like I always have this as a plan. I don't have a plan B. My plan B is to make the plan A work.
I love that because I'm also a motivational speaker, and I always tell people, in order to succeed, you have to have nothing to fall back on.
Yeah, man.
Because you will.
The plan B is to make the plan A work.
Right.
So let's say my plan C, no, plan D. It's like, but that brings me some comfort. It's like if I ever wanna quit music or something, which probably is not gonna happen. But if you know, like the years pass and you decide to do something else with your life, which is very valid, I would go back to my country, to my hometown, and teach history, and I'll be super happy with that because that fulfills me as well, you know. So I'm in a very good place in my life with all these things, you know.
I love it. And so, since you're from Brazil, and we're at Wacken, how do you compare, I don't mean like good or bad, but just in general, the festivals in Brazil, like Bangers Open Air, and I've been doing interviews all day, I'm drawing a blanket. Rio,
Rock in Rio.
Yeah. Duh.
Well, I played
Compared
Rock
to
in Rio.
Wacken.
I played Rock in Rio with Metallica, Gojira, and stuff, and it was fabulous. And the comparison is that Wacken is very unique. If we talk about Wacken, I say that it's the Jerusalem for the Christians or the Mecca for the Muslims and stuff. So Wacken, there's an energy here that is different from anywhere in the world. And I think that the metalheads, we kind of elected here that it is the place, and we put the energy here. And I believe in a lot of energy and frequencies and stuff. And here there's a magnetic field for the metal that it's beautiful, and you feel that it's something special.
That's why they call it the holy ground.
It is the holy ground, yeah, and it's true. So Wacken has something totally different from the others. But Brazil, I must say, our festivals are top, high-ending, and we have one of the best crowds in the world. And
Yeah, your
for
fans.
example, here in Wacken, you have like a substantial percentage of the people attending here are Brazilians.
Wow.
And I think that, yeah, it's crazy, man, because when I go out here, I hear people talking Portuguese, speaking the language, and I'm like, fuck, man, half of the festival is Brazilian. And that makes me happy. And I vow a lot for Brazil because I think we're a fantastic country, and we have to sell ourselves better because our metal scene is huge.
Yeah.
Our festivals are huge, and we have a great metal audience. And I think that Brazil, it's like, I can't compare because it's different environments, but I can say it from playing in European bands all these years as I've been doing, and all the Europeans, their dream is to play Brazil, man.
Right.
Yeah,
Like every band I
fabulous.
know, they talk about the fans at the Brazilian
Man, and the
festivals.
fans and how they receive you, and the food, and everything is great. And I think that Brazil nowadays, in every topic, man, you get in the world now, every topic, like you can go from economy, blah blah blah, rare minerals, whatever. If you get a top 10 or the top 5, Brazil is there. We're not the first one, but we're in the top 10 or top 5, like rare minerals, gold, oil, and natural resources, blah blah blah. And then you go to the music, metal audience. We're in the top 5 or maybe top 3. So I think I'm very proud to be Brazilian, and I love the country, and although I still live in Europe for logistical reasons,
Yeah.
but I think Brazil is something else, man.
Yeah, so where I live in South Florida, we have a lot of Brazilians. And, I hear a lot of talk there about the pride of their country. Even though they're in the U.S., there's still that pride of your country.
Yeah, man, and it's the same with the US. It's like there's a lot of Americans. I know a lot of Americans nowadays. I live in Portugal, and I have a lot of Americans living there. People from Chicago and stuff that they want to live in a hotter environment, in a better weather place, right? Because Chicago, windy city,
Right?
And they're still super proud of being Americans, you know, and I value that, and I think it's super awesome. I love America. I've been there many times, and I think that in Brazil we have to feed, you know, to feed more this feeling of being proud of your country, because we're fantastic, you know. And we have great bands, and our scene is dominating a lot in Europe now, and stuff. Americans recognize that, so it's great.
I do festivals all over the US, UK, and Europe, and everybody keeps telling me you need to do Rock in Rio.
You need to do Rock in Rio, and Bangers Open Air, probably, yeah. I played Rock in Rio, and it's, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. The festival is just, it's something that you can experience only there.
I think you do have to experience things too. Like before I ever did Wacken, this is my first time, I don't have any image of what Wacken is. I have people saying it's great in this, but then not till I got here. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, no wonder it's the holy ground. Like, I couldn't even conceive it.
Wacken is the holy ground. I have this feeling like I bring my mom last year to Santiago de Compostela, where Santiago, of course, in Europe, in Northern Europe, it's called Saint Jacob. You know, there's a whole history since the Bible, man, and they found the guy there. It's true, they found his remains, his bones and stuff, and they built like a blah blah blah, and there's a church. I bring my mom there. And when I go to these places, I'm not talking here about religion beliefs. I'm talking about the energy. And people put so much energy and effort there and love that the place becomes something. When you go there, you feel something. If you believe or not, I'm not discussing that. And I think that with Wacken, in some proportion, in some way, is the same thing. People put so much love and effort, and we repeat to ourselves that here is the holy ground, that when I come here, I feel the energy, you know. It is the holy ground of metal. So Wacken, hell yes, you know.
And the last thing I'm going to say is, you got my favorite band in the world on your calf. And it's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like that is a Now check this out. My battle vest from the 80s. Slayer didn't even have a patch yet, so I went out and got velvet lettering and ironed it on.
Slayer, man. Slayer.
Fucking Slayer.
My first Slayer concert, and I watched Slayer with Jeff Hanneman and Dave Lombardo. I got in my friend's shoulder, and I told him, like, man, I have to fulfill my all-time dream. I was like 18 years old, and he put me on his shoulder. He lifted me up, sorry, and I took a deep breath and I said, Slayer, at the concert, you know, and it feels great. And I got Kerry King's pick back then.
Nice. Well, then you're going to be jealous. I was at their first show ever and used to hang out with them all the time back in the 80s.
Holy moly.
Oh, yeah. I've had some wild experiences in the Slayer camp, and Lombardo's my favorite.
Hell yes.
What a fucking drummer. Like,
Lombardo is the best drummer.
Oh my God, best drummer I've ever known. And the fact that he plays in all these different bands, like, just amazes me, because it's a different way in every band, and he just can play anything. You know?
He can.
Well, it's a blast having you here at Wacken.
What a pleasure, man. Thank you very much for having me.
My pleasure. And real quick, tell them how they can reach out to you on socials, check out your band, check out everything.
Dieth Band on Instagram, and mine is Guilherme Miranda, guitar on Instagram, or reach us on Instagram. I think it's going to be faster, easier.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.